It's all about the unity. We are in a state of emergency. Want to show about it? Like the hit? Here it goes. Freedom.
We boldly go where no man has gone before. It's all about the unity. We are in a state of emergency. Want to show about it? Like the hit? Here it goes. Freedom.
Thanks for allowing me on this panel today. And I'd just like to say that once again, I'm grateful for having opportunity to be able to help celebrate Soul Liberation Day, and also because of the important purpose that comes along with it. And I've been really reflecting on some things throughout this whole year, especially because of this time that we're in, dealing with this pandemic and dealing with the crisis that particularly find ourselves in as descendants of slaves born here in this country. And I must say that with all that's been going on, what we keep focusing on building and making for ourselves in terms of creating an environment where we have laws in place to protect us, and that, of course, others will have to respect as well. We should really keep on in and up in all these other different places. And also, which means being divided, in so many different areas that it's just unbelievable at this point in time, especially in our history in this country as people, and fighting so many more battles, even more than what our ancestors had to fight, which is unnecessary for us because they paved the way for us to make it better, especially for the generations to come behind us. And because of the fact that we're failing in that area is why we continue, unfortunately, to find ourselves in the same position. Like I heard somebody say, as far as us, not being willing to challenge our open enemy and oppressor for over 400 years, but we're steadily, constantly killing each other, fighting each other, and having petty indifferences among ourselves that's, blocking our path from to true liberation. It is in terms of what we need to be at as people. I must say that, we have this, propensity to allow disagreements and people apart continually, and it gets to the point where it becomes more redundant, and to the point to where, in fact, it is a possible chance that we could end up back on the plantation economy. But many of us don't believe it, and because many of us don't understand the capabilities of what this enemy can do to us, even more than what they were able to do to our ancestors. And see, this is the thing about it. We don't have no defense against that. And because we don't have no defense against that, just like this situation, did no one know that COVID-19, would end up changing the normal way the world moves every day? But it just happened, just like that. And that's why I say, we can't just keep laying around as a people expecting, what I'm saying, some unknown foreign, what I'm saying, device to come from out of somewhere to free us. We got to free ourselves. Else, we're going to end up in a much more worse situation than what we find ourselves at right now. And I know many, they feel that it can't get no worse, but like I said, the reality of slavery in terms of what it was known as in history is always still an option. I mean, they never intended for us to get out of slavery. If you really want to know the truth in terms of the history behind how we were supposed to be free from slavery in 1865. So, you know, we really are, by default, no longer picking cotton, is what I'm saying. It's not because of our mere struggle alone that got us from that point in time in history as a people, but it's because it was some crackers who couldn't disagree, couldn't agree with each other, and the war to come about in this country. And that's how we eventually ended up no longer on the cotton field or on the sugarcane fields. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, my thing is that, like I said, we are in the position that we are in by default. By any chance or given great opportunity, we could be back in that position. And they got enough immigrants here to even help them do the work, by the way. You know, as far as their way of being able to stay in this country.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, my brother.
It's your baby. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, thanks for allowing me to come on this live podcast this evening. First of all, I'm gonna speak on some host of other things in this video, but the main primary title of this video is going to be you know, dealing with people you can't trust on social media. And peace to you also, brother Twin Pyramid, I see. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. The only reason I got caught up in this social media thing in the first place was because of my interactions with soul brother Taalik Ibn'rad. Okay, because first of all, you know, and he knows my story basically and where I come from, dealing with this pro-black conscious bull crap. Okay. And he also knows that had it not been for the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, whose platform I've been on for going on past 3 years, I wouldn't even be on social media at all. I wouldn't even, you know, I wouldn't have never even made videos on my own personal channel either, you know, because that's just what basically right now, you know, the more and the more I've come to know people on social media. Yes, peace to everybody in the chat as well. And peace to everybody watching this live podcast and who will be watching it once it's posted. But once again, like I said, you know, I'm at the point I really don't care to deal with too many people on social media. I'd rather just keep my circle short as possible just like it is, you know, because I ran across, you know, numerous issues dealing with people off of social media is upon meeting them off of social media. And now I don't want nobody to get my words twisted, because I'm going to say this right now. I'm not talking about everybody I've encountered over the last few years on social media. I'm just talking about the majority, you know, beside the few who ain't, you know, tried no fuckery, you know, and I usually don't curse, no disrespect, you know, on this brother's channel or platform, but I have to just put it out there like that sometime, because sometimes that's the only way that those in social media that's about that type of issue can understand in terms of language, you know, and I have come just to the point that I don't really want nothing to do with too many people, you know, because you can't really trust nobody, you know. You know, people want to really try to find out your business. People want to try to know you, you know. And I've had a couple instances, you know, where, you know, people tried to get me to travel to certain locations, you know, that I really didn't trust. And I'm glad that I followed my first mind and didn't act on that, you know, because you hear so many stories in social media, you know, about people getting killed, you know, set up. And I'm going to tell you something. You know, you got people, especially these idiots on social media, always talking about broke people, or about they got to get that bag called money or whatever, you know. But I'm going to say this here. You know, you ain't got to always have nothing to be set up. See, people could be set up and killed for identity purposes, you know, because there's a bunch of identity fraud going on in America as well as around the rest of the world, you know, and a host of other reasons that people could kill you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they can have you set up on all kind of stuff. And you know, me coming from the streets, you know, me being born and bred it, you know, between being raised on the streets in Detroit and New York City, you know, that's a hell of a combination in itself. So, you know, I mean, I might look like this, I might appear slow, I might, you know, I might look like this, but you know, don't get the cover like they say. Don't judge the book by its cover. Don't get it twisted, you know, because I mean, when I hear people talk and say stuff and tell if they really honest or not, you know, it don't take me too long to figure it out. You know, I might act like I'm playing alone, you know, for a minute, but I figured them out, you know, pretty much, you know, and that's just as simple as that, you know, because a lot of people, and some people which I've seen and which I can say have came to this platform out of the disguise, under the disguise of supporting this platform, which they really wasn't trying to, but all they was trying to do was create division and mayhem, and also they was trying to even, you know, character assassinate the people on this platform as well as this platform itself, you know, which they obviously didn't succeed in doing, you know. And we see people all the time trying, you know, ways to do this. And you know what? It's unfortunate because it happened to mostly be black people. I'm not saying that it hasn't been a Caucasian, any person from any other ethnicity that hasn't made negative comments or took negative shots at this platform, but we do know for a fact that it's been mostly black people more than anybody else who's tried it. Okay, and this also leads me to saying that this is what decreases my trust, even with dealing with other indigenous black people from this country or dark-skinned people in general. Because I'm gonna tell you something, we're so divided, even in everyday real life, you know, outside of social media, that why should anyone in their right mind want to be willing to open up their doors and trust niggas like this anyway, you see? So this is why I warn those of you in social media, be careful who you meet, be careful who you talk to, you know, be careful what kind of questions they ask you. Why do they even want your information? You know, why do they want to know about you so much? You know, why do they want to try? And especially if you haven't really known them that long on social media, why do they want you to come visit them? Why do they want you to, why do they want to come visit you wherever you at? You know what I'm saying? All that kind of funny stuff. And they don't even know you that well. You know, never seen you face to face, you know? And it's bad enough trusting people that you've seen face to face or been knowing face to face all your life. You know, that's enough in itself to be trying to open up doors to people that you never really met face to face. You know, so this is why I say social media is a dangerous tool for that, you know, and because of social media, even though social media has had its positive impacts and benefits as well, don't get me wrong, but in the age of social media, it's been a whole lot of people who've lost their lives. They shouldn't have lost their lives as a result of, you know, interacting over social media, you know, especially with people that they don't even know nothing about. Like I remember over recently ago, I saw a channel on Brother Willie D's YouTube page, and he made a video about this brother who was, you know, chatting on one of them social media apps with a female in Houston. Now, this brother was out of Dallas, right? So he chatting with this female out of Houston, which of course is in the same state of Texas. And so he decides after they meet up on the app chat line, I guess, or whatever, he decides to go meet her. And you know, he's supposed to meet her in a certain specific location in Houston. Soon as he touched down from Dallas in Houston, at that exact location where he's supposed to meet the female, soon as he jump out his car, some niggas is right there to put him to sleep. And that's exactly what happened. Just like that. And still to this day, I don't know the motive for whatever the interior was behind it. But that's exactly what happened. And you could go on the video, go on YouTube and find that video on Willie D's page. He talks about it. I'm sure it's still posted on there. But yeah, I mean, and the whole, and I'm just using that as an example because there's a whole host of other examples like that, of which is taking place because of people interacting on social media. You know, and I mean, it's easy to get set up these days. People, especially like I said, you got identity theft fraud going on, all other sorts of type of fraud going on that people are using. And they come at you in many ways. They even use the so-called pro-black struggle like they do, you know, traditionally to calm people over social media, as y'all see all the time, you know. And they use that way to try to set you up as well, you know. So, I mean, you got to be very aware of that type of stuff, you know. And this is serious, you know. We don't really know who we dealing with. But I tell you what, you know, I'm going to send a warning out there to those who think you know me or you think you know exactly my whereabouts. Let me tell you something. You try anything or any attempt even as to try to get back at me in some type of form of retaliation. Trust me, my local area where I'm at, the local authorities will be alerted and the FBI will be alerted. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it like that. I don't play no games. Matter of fact, try me if you want to on that note. I don't play no games. Okay. You know, I don't play like that. You know, you know, and trust me, I'm very prepared, okay, for you to try something like that. Because like I said, the authorities will be on top of it as soon as you try it. Believe me. Believe me, the authorities, I'm going to let them deal with it, okay? You know, because see, today, you know, I try my best to do my best not to do nothing stupid, to get these, you know, white folks no time in they prison systems and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let them deal with you and handle you. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, you know, you understand, like I said, and if you threaten anybody on this panel, the same thing is gonna be. And I'm just sending out that warning. So try your luck if you want to. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You don't know who you playing with. You don't know who you playing with. And like I said, I don't. You know, I'm still with the struggle of the liberation of our people. I still want to see our people be free of an oppressor, but we could work at a distance doing that. It's ways of us to work at a distance of doing that. It's happened all throughout our struggle as a people in this country, where people who didn't like each other didn't feel trustworthy of working close by each other, they worked at a distance. And it took place like that in the civil rights movement in the 50s and the 1960s in this country. So with the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, it wouldn't be no different. Trust me on that. I don't have to know y'all personally to work together to help us all become free as a people, you know? And but like I said before, you know, it's hard for us to trust each other anyway because of the impact that slavery had on us in dividing us, and because of how this so-called war on drugs epidemic divided us through the 70s and 80s and 90s and still even up to today. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's very hard for us to even trust each other, you know. You know, a lot of us come from dysfunctional backgrounds as far as family, homes, other different backgrounds that were dysfunctional, you know, and it's a result that started with slavery, you know, and this is why the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is so important, so that we could finally get free of that totally for all 44 plus million so-called Negro Americans here in the USA, you know. So, but however, like I said, you know, I don't have to work close by you to help make that happen. Okay, you know, it's too many, you know. If you go back in history, you can look at Martin Luther King Jr., you know, Stokely Carmichael, H. Rap Brown, everybody that worked with them to support them, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't that close to them. Okay. Even like Malcolm X said, when you go back and watch that movie that was produced by Spike Lee and them, you know, when he told that white lady that, look, we don't want no Caucasians joining our organization, but you can help from the outside. You see what I'm saying? So it's different ways, like I said, that you could, you know, no matter what your color is or what your creed is, we could work at a distance. We could work from a distance as far as helping each other to get free as a people, you know? And that's what it is, you know? That's just like the idea of this Mississippi campaign. Like everybody thought we were supposed to just straight go down there with our boots on the ground. No, we were supposed to present this ideal so that people that's already down there in Mississippi could pick up on it and go from there. Then we could actually work from there. And then when it get to the point that things are progressing, then we actually be in position to have our boots on the ground. You see what I'm saying? That's how that works. You know? We got to use, you know, today we got to use strategy, especially in these times when you're talking about the ideal of Black people liberating in this country. And it got to be more tightly strategic because of, you know, people like we deal with on social media, you know, infiltrators, sellouts, betrayers, and all that good stuff, you know. And we supposed to be learning from the mistakes of our ancestors, but I can't tell that many of us have, especially in YouTube, so-called pro-Black social media, you know. So, like I said before, yeah, you know, we cannot, you know, the trust is definitely not there, as far as I'm concerned on that end. And you know, hold up for a second, family. Just for a second. I want this coffee to get cold. But yeah, anyway, like I said, you know, yeah, we cannot, you know, we cannot trust each other. You know, and it's necessary that we don't trust each other. I'm not just because you dark skinned or so-called Black, that don't mean I'm supposed to trust you anyway. You know, many of you would try to kill me or try to, you know, turn me over to the slaughter, to be slaughtered before even the Peckerwood himself. You see what I'm saying? And that's a fact. You know, as a matter of fact, I have to go outside my way. I have to go out my way. You know what I'm saying? If I really need help in life, to rely on other ethnicities or races of people, which include Caucasians, before I go to other Black people for that certain type of help. Because it's not there. And when you have a lot of Black people who claim that they want to try to assist other Black people, it's not out of honesty. It's not out of genuine honesty. And I've experienced a lot of that, especially in my past, traveling and living in other places. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, like I said, you know, I just have to keep it, you know, 1,000 on that note, you know? And you know, I can't, you know, and that's why probably a lot of you on social media don't really care to even want to talk to me, you know, or socialize with me, you know, or even come in the comment section on the videos and give replies to what I got to say. Because, you know, I'm not going to play no games with you. I'm going to keep it 1,000. I'm not going to, you know, sit there and sugarcoat nothing either. I'm going to tell you like it is, whether you like it or not. And that's just how I go. I'm not no butt kisser. And, you know, and I sure ain't finna, you know, be subjective to becoming a slave of any of you. You know, because that's all like somebody say you want is slaves anyway on your plantation. leave the Caucasian plantation and go on the black slave plantation, which ain't no different, you know, especially with all this religious and theology bull crap, you know, that's pushing us further and further into slavery, whether you want to believe it or not, but it is the truth as a fact of the matter, you know. And so, like I said before, you know, I just got to keep the 1,000. But on that note, moving along, I just want to say that, you know, I've really been reflecting a lot on what's going on in our environment as far as this society we living in right now, politically and otherwise, you know, and I know that on this platform we don't too much get off into the politics of the news, but things is looking real bad around this country. Here it is, we've been almost 5 months from under Trump, and things is still messed up in this country, all over this entire United States, including this protectorate territories or whatever. It's just bad, you know. And I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. For us as dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America, it's triple times more worse for us than it is for anybody else, you know, because, you know, we're at the bottom of the totem pole, you know, and see, you know, I've been warning you, like Brother Angel Snuff has been warning you, like Sister Noble has been warning you. We need to come up out of this situation for once and for all, if we want to be free. If we want to be free of the iniquities that we see ourselves going through and suffering every day as a people in this country. Because if we don't, we will be exterminated, you know, and that's a fact. You know, we sitting around here comfortable in our white picket fence homes, our nice apartments, our nice, you know, mansions for those among us who got mansions or whatever, you know. We sitting up feeling all comfortable in our houses out in the suburbs or whatever, you know, and all that good stuff. But you know what? All that don't mean nothing when you still a slave, because that could even be taken from you. You're not in no position to where them white folks where the white folks can't take that from you, and then you could do something about it. Go back to the 1930s depression and ask your ancestors what happened. You know, when their bank accounts was frozen and they tried to get their money out the bank and couldn't. Matter of fact, they never seen a penny of it since then. Died never seeing a penny of it again. You see what I'm saying? This is the type of country we live in. You see? So, I mean, you can keep playing games all you want to. We're not in a place of power where we could control our own properties, our own sustenance, and even with the material, like I say, we got. We don't even really got full control over that, especially due to the laws that they got where they could take it. And even if we paying taxes on it, if they decide to take it for some reason, you won't be able to do nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? Once again, this is the type of nation you living in. Wake up, you know? That's all I'm saying. Wake up. You know, you look while you busy hating or even talking down on people who got less than you or whatever. Let me tell you something. Negro in America, you are no better than a Negro who ain't got nothing. Okay? Let me repeat it again. Negro in America, you are no better than the next Negro slave who ain't got nothing, or that's considered poor or below minimum wage, middle or lower class or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Or below the poverty line. You're no better than them. And you better wake up and understand and realize that. Especially due to the fact, number one, because of your skin color. And because they still got ways set up in this system that they could take your stuff from you. And you can't do nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? Instead of you being smart, you know what I'm saying, in the positions that you got, where you can do something to help elevate your people financially, economically, you don't. You get your money back to the slave master anyway. Or go marry one of them Caucasian women that's going to, you know, get a good chunk of it up out of you. Look at Tiger Woods. You know, look at Richard Pryor. I think Sammy Davis. You know, and the list goes on. You know, who said, well, you know what? I'm going to take my money over here and I'm going to even get me a white woman to marry or have family by them. And then, I mean, which is their choice. I mean, I ain't saying this to discredit people from who they want to lay in bed with. All I'm saying is when you go to these different people and get them your money, this is what happens. You see what I'm saying? This is exactly what happens. Because you think you so better than the next so-called Negro. You know, you ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? They could just take you down. Look at what happened to OJ. Look at how they tried to break Michael Jackson before his death and even since his death. While he in the grave right now, they still trying to break him. Last time I checked, you see what I'm saying? So they don't care nothing about your money or your prestige, Negro. They could just snatch all that from you. And you would just be like the next poor Negro that you always look down on or talk down on. Even if you so-called middle class, which ain't really no such thing as. They could take your stuff too. And it ain't a daggone thing you could do about it. You know? So like I said before, you know, I don't, you know, this is, you know, and this the divide, so-called class divide among us as black people is a result of integration. See, what we got misconstrued with the civil rights movement was that, see, people like Martin Luther King Jr., all they was trying to do was just get us some equality. He didn't really care nothing about, you know, going home with them people every day. You see what I'm saying? All he just wanted to do was have some equality and be left alone. And that's what mainly that civil rights struggle thing was about. You see what I'm saying? But we took it to a whole nother level to now, whereas we're so intertwined with the oppressor, we've lost focus of who we really are or who even our real main external enemy is. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, we really don't even know who our enemy is. You see what I'm saying? But the fact of it is, and so this is one reason why we're so against each other now, more so than ever. You know? And this is the reason why we have no you know, no type of love for each other, no type of respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? This is why our elderly is not protected in the community. Our women and children is not protected in the community. And then you get mad at them Negroes who want to move out and move amongst other different ethnicities or somewhere where they feel like they gonna feel more safe at because they can't feel safe around the people that look like them. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you really got your priorities there mixed up, you know? And that's just a fact of the matter, you know? And so, like I said before, at this point in time, you know, much as I want to see our people free of an oppressor, I'm very disgusted with our people, you know. And this is why I don't, let alone, I don't deal with too many of so-called Black Americans, okay? I don't deal with them here, where I'm at, and anywhere else I go. I don't really have no plans on dealing with them. As a matter of fact, I don't really have no plans on being around too many of them, or less of them as much as possible, just to put it that way, you know, because of where I'm at, you know. And I know some of you may not agree with that, but hey, that's fine with me, you know, because you know, I can't, what y'all don't agree with, I can't let that control my life and how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just that simple, you know. And you know, we not in no position where we could even be around each other, because it's not gonna be nothing but a bunch of chaos anyway. A bunch of ignorant, crazy slave niggas, like it always is, you know. We don't know how to talk to each other. We don't even know how to communicate with each other, you know. And of course, that what was that type of you know, contact among each other started on the slave plantation, and it still carries on today into this generation, unfortunately, you know. And that's just that action, that's just that simple. That's just the reality of things, you know. So like I said before I get tongue tied, you know, even though the brother asked me to carry on this live podcast, which I really appreciate, but I'ma you know, take a break from the mic for a little minute and let this brother have his say in whatever he chooses to want to say, if he want to say anything.
Nope, I don't have nothing to say really. This is, except Sister Nova has a broadcast on her channel later on at 9 o'clock our time. And she's going to be talking about that troll Guy Nollywood Jr. running it. He don't have nothing else to do in his life, run around to different channels trying to tell people that her book is his work. Dumb stuff. Yeah, he's just pathetic. He just you know, you don't even know what's in her book. How are you gonna claim somebody's book and you don't even know what's in it?
Right.
But that's what he's doing. It's really, and you got this, and you got his counterpart, this faceless troll. I mean, they really don't have nothing else to do except try to bother us.
Right.
But I guess that just goes with the territory. When you come out here in the public, the crazies come after you. You know.
Now, let me ask you a question. Have you since you had you know, informed the authorities about this faceless troll, what has been the response?
Well, so far,
as you know.
So far, I have not received anything, but apparently something must have happened, because after I sent that, ooh, excuse me, getting ready to sneeze. Oh, thought I was gonna sneeze. I noticed after I sent out that certified letter, I noticed all these trolls, because that Alcorn has a lot of troll accounts. And I noticed I'm not getting a lot of visits no more. And you know, back in the day, he used to outright let it be known, I'm Alquan, I'm here. You know, he have all these different accounts. But all of a sudden, it's not happening. Google might have contacted him. Matter of fact, the reason why he's probably not making any videos on his channel, they might have, you know, suspended his channel for 2 weeks or so after they got that letter. That's a possibility. I don't know. I have not received it. Matter of fact, my return receipt haven't even returned. You know, I sent a return receipt. They have to sign for it. I haven't even received my return receipt slip.
Okay.
But apparently, I think something has happened because he's staying away from us. He's staying away from me. So, and that's all I want. Go on about your damn business. But he's going on other platforms, wherever he see that I show up at, here he come. They trying to get him and Guy Nollywood trying to get on Sinetta TV. Alquan do not like Sinetta. But this is how pathetic they are. They would try to team up. Oh, Guy Nollywood was asking, do anybody know Ingrid's number? Do anybody know Ingrid's number? Because, you know, he heard, you know, Sister Noah talked about Ingrid in the video. And then Ingrid is really, really pissed off. So he want to try to get Ingrid's number to form this Legion of Doom. They want to form the Legion of Doom against that. Alquan, Ingrid, they asked about deity. What deity?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
But Nollywood was the same one that we had to defend against from disrespecting Ingrid a couple years ago. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him, Bakari, and Craig. Right. They were the main ones that was disrespecting the hell out of Ingrid.
Right.
So if she wants to team up with them, hey, you know what? I could care less, you know, because they gonna hurt her feelings again. That's all that's gonna happen. They gonna say something disrespectful or whatever, and they gonna you know and do the same thing they did before. If they could do it once, they'd do it again, you know. So hey.
What has changed?
Exactly.
She don't like them. Like they want to recruit deity. Where that sister deity at? She don't.
Right.
Deity do not like you. But I don't know. These people might try. You know, the Legion of Doom. You know, the Doom Squad. They get together. They think. But see, the thing about it, like they want to be like some kind of rogues gallery. And Batman got a rogues gallery. I remember the Penguin, the Joker, the Riddler, all them guys got together to try to take out Batman. All of them together couldn't take out Batman. All of them.
Right.
You know, the Rhino, the Vulture, Dr. Octopus, all of them get together to try to take out Spider-Man. All of them together couldn't take out Spider-Man. So all of you folks out there in Goonie Goon land, that's what Dr. Umar says, got the Goon Squad. All of y'all out there in Goonie Goon land, take your best shot. You can't do nothing with this. You can't test this. You better be quiet, go about your business, because we definitely going on our business. Because the only thing you're doing is making us stronger.
Right, exactly.
You know, my subscribers is not going down. My subscribers is going up. Because in Hollywood, they say all publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
You know, you got people out there, who the hell are they talking about? What's going on? That was happening. And everybody's not stupid. Everybody's not stupid. They think for themselves. And they hear your side. They hear our side. And some of them might listen to your garbage, but a lot of them will side with us. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for bringing us supporters. I really appreciate it. You know, keep running your mouth, keep whatever. So that woman, Nepal, she just need to be quiet and shut the hell up.
Right.
That's her best bet.
I keep hearing her face popping up on y'all platforms all the time. What's up? Why she just don't take a chill pill and sit back?
Yeah, that's all she gonna do.
Because brother, like Sister Noble warned Sarnetta, you know, if he keep on messing with her, shit, his brain gonna be you know, non-existent.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, and I have to say this, and this is no disrespect toward the women, but throughout history, and you can even see it in your so-called religious books like the Bible and Quran, where it talks about how women have caused so much destruction among men, you know? And I'm gonna tell you, it's even in traditional history, you know, that could be supported, you know. But I mean, you know, we have to understand, you know, like with the story, like with Delilah and Samson, you know. I mean, you know, even though allegorically or not allegorically, you could still learn something from that. You see what I'm saying? Because I mean that actually as a fact exists, you know. And you know, this is why I watched a lot of brothers end up in the penitentiary over females with life sentence, their whole life destroyed, if not put in the ground or sitting in prison with a long stretch sentence that they can't never see throughout a dark tunnel, where they can't never see light throughout a dark tunnel for eternity because of some woman. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is just the reality of it, and I see it all the time. You know, and people could take this for a joke or just, you know, act like that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? But it exists. And see, with me and brothers like yourself who don't stretch our arms out like that. And I just want to put this out there to those of you, you know, who might think I sound gay because I'm saying this. Let me tell you something. Hey, if you better off being celibate, okay, than having your life destroyed by some other person from the opposite sex, okay, much as possible. I'm gonna repeat that again. You'd rather be celibate than to have your life destroyed behind some woman of the opposite sex, okay? That's just a fact. You know, I see people in my own biological relative fig tree, you know, that's went through the same thing and still going through the same thing as of that same result. I see people that I've known or met, you know what I'm saying? You know, because of some female. I mean, you know, it's a lot of brothers. Matter of fact, while we talking right now, some brother somewhere in America then got killed or set up by some chick. Like I was telling you about with that situation that Willie D talked about on his platform, you know, YouTube page. So like I said before, I mean, this is just the reality, especially living in a country like America. You know, and like I said again, no disrespect to women, because I know all women ain't faulty or you know, vindictive and all that kind of stuff. But I've had conversations with other women who would tell me stuff like that, even since my mother, you know, may she rest in peace. school me on the deviousness of women. Okay. And it's a good thing as a male to know that, so that I don't make the mistakes as those who came before me or those that are like me as the same sex that do make that same mistake. And then I end up catching the same heat or catching some unnecessary consequences I don't need in my life, because we got to understand, in this life called human existence, it's not a natural situation going on right now. Maybe when humans came on this earth, however many years ago or millennia ago, maybe it was a different thing where you can open yourself up more if you want to deal with the opposite sex in a more, civil manner. But it's just not that easy because of all the devices that's going on in this crazy society and world we living in. So, if you stupid enough to open yourself up for them vices and them unnecessary problems to come in your life, then be my guest. But I won't be the one to do it, because I like I say, I see a whole lot of wicked stuff. And I know brothers do a lot of wicked stuff too. Don't get me wrong. Men do a lot of wicked stuff too. Yes, we got that. Okay. But however, women do too. And we have to understand and realize that. And this is why we can't, jump at the first thing that's willing to open up their legs. Just because they opening up their legs. That's just suicide, But listen, I don't want to get tongue-tied because I need to prepare something for dinner tonight. And we got things to do. I guess later on, you was talking about the sister got a video on at 9 coming on at what time, brother?
9 o'clock our time.
Okay.
It's 8
And
now.
all right, so yeah.
Go live in an hour or so, I guess.
All right, if she want me on there, you can.
Or it might be, I don't know how. Or it might be 11 o'clock her time and 10 o'clock. I don't know exactly how it works. I'll let you know.
All right, yeah, definitely do that. Let me know. And also once this video is posted, send me the link. Because when I go on your page, I can't see it all the time. Popping up like that. Yeah.
Sometimes I can't either. I don't know what it
right.
It's going through processing. It's going through processing, and until it's fully, really fully processed, it won't, you can't see it.
Right. Yeah, but that's why I say just go and send me the link and I just go to it as soon as we get off of here. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's just crazy though, man, the way things is going right now, and to be honest with you, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I feel like Sister Noble do, and her sense of saying she's glad to be a single woman. Well, equivalently, I'm glad to be a single man because of those circumstances, until the right situation present, you know what I'm saying? Itself to where I can feel comfortable with entering a relationship with the opposite sex, where I don't have to worry about, the unneeded drama that I didn't, sign up for. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I do remember, I know I don't really reference him that much, but the incarcerated Nubian leader, Dr. Malachi Z. York, used to always tell his followers, if you gonna get with a female, investigate her, find out what her background is. Find out where she come from. Find out everything about it before you even take that next step. You know what I'm saying? And that there, I have to give, reference to, because that does sound, logical. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was an asshole, even though he was the idiot he was, and where he's at, which he deserves to be at today, but that is logical. You know what I'm saying? And it does consist with reality, you see. But however, yeah, you just can't, accept anything that come your way, or even if you are looking for something, you just can't just rush in and think that everything is gonna be rosy or heavenly. And next thing you know, like a powder keg, it just blow up in your face, and then you sitting back in some unnecessary crazy circumstances wondering why. You don't need that, or you might not even breathe to try to understand. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just the reality of the whole situation. And I mean, we got to wake up, man. I mean, we living in a real crazy world. It's even more crazier than it was when we was born. I'm sure you know that, brother Angel Snup 7. This world is much more crazier than it was when we was born. I mean, I've lived over a half a century, and I could see, man, this is a crazy world we living in, brother. It's more crazy and more crazy, and whenever the day it is for me to check out, I won't be mad. Trust me. Cause this thing is real messed up here. But with that said, I just want to just vent a little bit and just get that out there. That message out there to y'all today, and hopefully y'all will take it for what it is, or just process it for what it is at least, and open up your eyes and ears and come to the reality of it, and in hopes that it may even change your life to go in a more positive direction. And with that said, peace.